What's up, you guys? I just did the influencer clap. I'm so sorry. I'm not even like an influencer and I do it. I don't know why. I can't explain it. Something about taking a video, vlogging. Anyway, it's been a minute since I've vlogged, and I don't usually do just cuz vlogs. And this isn't necessarily just cuz vlogs, not like spend a day in the life with me or a week in the life with me or what I eat in a day. I'm starting a small business, and I'll kind of explain how we're doing that. It's not technically a small business. It's like a bake sale, I guess you could say. So it's a small business bakery. That's what we're trying to go for anyway. Also, I apologize for the horrible angle. There's like no good angle in my car, and this little GPS phone thing actually sucks. It does not stick to the dash. So you are propped against a tissue box in my dash right now. Anyway, so I am at Aldi sitting in the parking lot, and there's this lady next to me, and she was here when I got here, and I thought that she would at least be out of her car when I got back from grocery shopping, and she's still sitting in there, so I don't know what she's doing. She must be thinking long and hard about her grocery list. So I just did the grocery shopping for this bake sale. I think it ended up being $115, so that kind of hurts. We're definitely gonna at least break even. It was cheaper than I was expecting. I looked online at Aldi, and I made like a long list of like how many of each ingredient we're gonna need to be somewhat precise. We don't need to be totally precise because this is gonna be 4 weeks. So any extra ingredients we have, we can just use for the next week's bake sale. But I wanted to kind of get a pretty accurate amount of the ingredients we're gonna need. I made this list. Sorry, I was in the middle of a sentence when I sidetracked, and I don't even remember what that sentence was anymore. So I am organized though, I promise, and here's my proof. Look at this, okay? So I have all 5 of the different kind of cookies we're gonna make. I wrote down the recipe for each of those, and then I doubled each recipe because it's a bake sale, we're gonna need a lot. And then I added all the ingredients up to figure how much of each thing we're gonna need. So I was surprised we only need 1 flour, because apparently there's 18 cups in there, and for all of these, technically 10 recipes because we're doing 5, but each one's a double batch, it's under 18 cups of flour, so hopefully that'll be good. 6 bags of chocolate chips, which is crazy, not counting the M&Ms or butterscotch chips. 5 pounds of butter, that one hurt. That's like $25 right there. It was, oh my gosh, I can't even. Thankfully only 2 eggs because that was the limit. If we needed more, I would have needed to go to a different store. I'm not going to get into everything else because that's kind of boring, but yeah, I just finished all the shopping, and the fun part of this vlog is going to be when we're actually baking all the cookies and setting up the stand, which we're going to do. We're going to do the baking tomorrow and some on Saturday morning, and then the bake sale stand is going to be Saturday afternoon. And if we have extra cookies, we're just going to carry the bake sale into Sunday and hopefully finish selling the rest of it on Sunday. So that's kind of the plan. The cookies we're making cinnamon roll cookies, monster cookies, caramel brownies, double chocolate cookies, and 7-layer bars. So we got a pretty good solid selection. And yeah, I did a lot of math for this, and we should have, it was kind of hard to tell because usually for recipes, I make more cookies than the amount it says it's going to make. But I kind of did the math. It'll probably be a little bit off, but I did as good as I could. We should end up with about 126 cookies / brownies, whatever, bars. I just kind of, since I doubled it, it was even harder to tell because we're going to make the cookies bigger because we want to make them a sellable price, like $1 or $2 each cookie, and we can't do that if they're tiny cookies. So we're going to make them bigger. Did the math for that. Hopefully it's kind of accurate. But yeah, anyway, our plan for this, we made flyers. We're going to hand those out, and I think I can show you the flyers. It has our information, but only on the back, so I think I can just show you the front. And they turned out super cute. I'm happy with how those turned out. Only $7 for 40 flyers. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but we printed those out 2 days ago, and we're going to go hand them around either tonight or Saturday morning because it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Snow or rain, something like that, which is crazy because you can see the blue sky in the background, and it's literally like 45 degrees out. Anyway, I hope you have a good turnout for the day of the bake sale because, yeah, not only do we need to break even, but this is a fundraiser for a missions trip conference that all 3 of us, I say us, when I'm talking about us or we, it's me and my 2 sisters who are doing this. And I don't know if I mentioned, but it's for a school project. We're supposed to start a small business. and we're technically supposed to do it over lunch at our co-op, but we have a class over lunch, so we're kind of on our own, and we're doing it outside of school because it's still an assignment. Anyway, a car just pulled up next to me and I feel really, really awkward. Anyway, so yeah, it is a fundraiser for a missions trip that we're going on, and so hopefully, since we're going to tell people that, and it's on our flyers, we're going to have it out next to our stand, kind of like our cause, people will feel more generous to donate, because I'm just going to tell you, I don't know if I'm giving too much information, but you know what, who cares? It'll be like over $2,000 for all three of us to go on that trip. And so hopefully having that as kind of like our mission or our cause will help with the funds, because we're not keeping any of the profit. We're only keeping the money that we spent, and then everything extra will just go towards the missions trip. And like I said, I don't know if I said this, it's 4 weeks that we're doing this, so we're gonna do it 4 separate weekends. Lord willing, hopefully the weather stays good. I think it's supposed to be 50 degrees on Saturday, which is great. It's the highest it's been in like forever, so that's a God thing, and hopefully it stays that way during the rest of the time we're doing this bake sale. Anyway, I apologize for yapping, but that's kind of the details. And I think I'll show you the flyers, and then the next thing you'll see is us baking the cookies, which should be a lot of fun. And it's nice that there's 3 of us, because then we don't have to bake 5 things of cookies. I don't know if we're gonna bake the double batches. Yeah, we can probably just bake them at the same time, but that'll be tomorrow. And it's also just works out really well because I have like such a little homework this week, so I was able to spend a lot of time on the flyers, and all this took forever, I kid you not. And even though my sisters are technically part of this business, they did nothing, which I really don't care about. Well, okay, they're gonna get mad if I say they did nothing. They helped with the flyers, and they sat there on the couch while I did the math. Yeah, that's what they did. Anyway, I'm not salty about it though, as much as it sounds like I am. I kind of prefer doing single person projects rather than group projects, so I really don't mind. But that's kind of everything I can think of that's important to know about our small business. And hopefully if you're thinking about doing something like this, or even just for fun, that'll be some helpful information. But yeah, so far it's mostly just been a lot of like thinking. And now we only have the fun stuff left. Also, okay, I keep on yapping. We're at almost 8 minutes of yap straight. But something about grocery shopping by yourself is just such an adult thing. Like, I feel so much like an adult when I grocery shop. I feel like that's one of the few fun parts about being an adult, is like getting to pick out everything, which I'm not like, oh, this looks good, I want to make this for breakfast. It's like I have a list because that's what we're selling. But I don't know, I can't explain it. And another adult thing, since we're on the topic, is that I walked into that store and I did not walk out with a single fun drink. That was my Morgan Wallen. I was kind of rocking out on the way here. As I was saying, I did not walk out with a single fun drink, which I am working on because I spend too much money on fun drinks. It does help that they don't have Olipops, but they have kefir and iced coffee, and I didn't get any of it. So we're maturing over here, folks. Anyway, that was not necessary information, but I just figured I'd throw that out there in case you guys were curious whether or not I'm a real adult. I clearly am. Okay, I'm gonna cut it there because at this point y'all are probably bored of hearing me yap. But thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to, and stick around for the rest of the vlog to find out how our small business goes. So as promised, I am showing you guys our flyers. We have like a huge stack of 40, and this is how they look on the front. I wish I could show you the back. It has our mission, and then it has all like the information, but it's obviously date time, and then it says Three Sisters Sweets, which I think is such a cute name. And this was just a template that was on Canva. Okay, you guys don't need to keep looking at those, and I can't flip my camera on this Android, so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and so on the back it just has like our mission, and it says how to pre-order, which is something that we're doing, I forgot to mention. But if you pre-order, then you can see our menu only if you text us, because I have a number on there. And then we can deliver, you can just pick them up. So hopefully that's appealing, and that will draw people in, the lazy people who don't want to like drive all the way over. They can just text, and then they got their baked goods. So that's our flyers. All right, so we're in the kitchen. I'm baking the first batch of cookies and I'm super excited. We're starting off with the cinnamon roll cookies, which if you've never had them before, highly recommend. Go make those. They are fantastic. We're using the sugar spun run recipe and it's worked really well in the past, but sometimes they like tend to crack, so I'm hoping it goes well because we want to sell top quality cookies. But I'll show you the setup for our kitchen. So we got our stand mixer, obviously, our 5 pounds of butter, and then our eggs that are sitting out at room temperature. And I thoroughly cleaned the kitchen. I literally wiped the counter 3 times, and I'm gonna need to wash my hands again after I touch my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna vlog a little bit of me making them, and then especially the fun part, me rolling them up and shaping them. All right, so starting off, it calls for a cup of butter, but we're doubling the recipe, so 2 cups of butter. That is a pound of butter, folks. A pound of butter, that is insane. Should I chop it up first? No, it's fine. I let this sit out last night to soften. So usually that's like the one thing that I suck at about baking is like, I always forget to put out the butter, but I made sure to do that this time. So pound of butter, and then we're just gonna cream that with our sugars. I hope that our stand mixer, obviously a stand mixer, it's big, but I hope it's big enough to make a double batch. Yeah, it will be. I've made like quadruple batches in here. It'll definitely be big enough. I don't know what I'm stressing about. We are making a quadruple batch of brownies though, because a double batch would only make 1 9x13 pan, and we want to make 2 9x13 pans, so we've got to quadruple it. All right, so we got to our butter. I'm just gonna turn it on for a sec to kind of get it mixed up just a little bit, and then 2/3 cup of brown sugar. And 2/3 cup of white sugar. Alrighty. I'm gonna let that hang together and then I will finish the rest of the dough and I'll show you guys the process of making them into cute little cinnamon rolls. Okay, so we made the dough into discs. We have 2 discs since it's a double batch. We're just gonna go one at a time and roll it out. And I'm gonna try to be precise with it. This part, from what I remember, is the hardest part about these cookies. It's because sometimes the dough will crack. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. It has to, ooh, we're already not doing too great. Just kind of gotta go slow. And then Aubrey's in the background. She is making our next batch of cookies, which is chocolate chip, which should be good. It looks like a good recipe. But I didn't realize it needed to be chilled for at least 3 hours, so there's that. But it's fine. We have all day to bake stuff, and then tomorrow we don't start the bake sale till what, 2 o'clock? So we have the morning to finish baking, pass out flyers, so it should be stress-free. I'm sorry, this is a bad angle. I couldn't really get a better angle. I'll kind of show you guys how it's looking once we're all rolled out. The edges are cracking a little bit, so we're gonna need to kind of like press those together. All right, we finally have it in a rectangle. I tried to get it pretty, the edge is pretty straight. That way there's no like cracking or anything, but now we're just putting the butter down so that the filling, the cinnamon and sugar, has something to stick to, and also just butter makes everything better. Anyway, so we're doing half of this because we still have another round to go, which is kind of frustrating. Rolling it out is such a pain. I have to like cut the edges and then stick them on the end every time because it has to be like a certain length. It's a pain, but it's worth it. Okay, so we got the butter. Oh, I don't know why my voice did that. We got the butter. I'll smooth it out. And now we've got our cinnamon sugar right here. Oh, yum. Okay, we're gonna do about half of this and just kind of roughly estimate. I'm realizing how much sugar that is. Like, we have a bowl full of sugar. Like, just wait till I show you guys. This isn't even half yet. Okay, that's probably about half. And now we're just gonna spread it. Leave some room at the edges because otherwise it'll just fall out of the edges and we do not want that. All right, I said the hardest part was rolling it out, but actually the hardest part is rolling it up into the little log. So we only have one shot with it though. And if it cracks, we can kind of try to piece it together, but it's really tough. Okay. I think she looks pretty good. This is how she is looking. Oh yeah, now I gotta wash my hands though because we're being hygienic over here. Here we go. I have to start from the long end, which is this end. I should have.
Trace, it says whisk like all the flour and stuff together.
Yeah, do the
actually whisk it?
No. You just mix it together. Okay. This is so hard. This might even be a 2-person job. Oh shoot. Okay. You kind of got to squeeze it as you go so it doesn't fall apart. And even though I floured the table, it always sticks just slightly. Okay, especially the ends, they tend to crumble. Okay, we're looking actually really good so far, better than I think it ever has. We're just gonna keep it that way. Oh yeah, oop, the end. The ends are always little crusty little butts, but we can cut those off. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. So there's our log.
How are we doing on the baking?
Good. This is Aubrey making our, something just fell over there out of the cabinet that I just organized. She's making the double chocolate cookies, and don't those just look amazing? Good job, Aubrey. And we got all our supplies there. I'm just showing you our setup, I guess. And then this is the magic book with all the recipes and ingredients, and then our shopping list, all our stuff. I kind of already showed you that, but now I'm gonna make the cinnamon rolls and bake them. All right, you can tell I've been baking. Look at all the flour on my shirt. If I was a real baker, I would have worn an apron, but I'm too lazy to. So we got our log here. Just took it out of the freezer. It was in there for 15 minutes. And we're actually gonna use some parchment paper to bake it on. Look at how gorgeous. I tell you, I made these probably 3 times before, and they always taste amazing, but they usually crumble. Okay, I'm gonna see how it is with this knife. I might try using a bread knife. I would do dental floss, but these are too probably hard. This is the butt. Obviously it has no cinnamon because I didn't put it on the edges. So that one will just be like a sample or something. I'm gonna try this other knife. It might be sharper. And oh, let's see how she's looking. This one might not have very much cinnamon there. The closer we get to the middle, obviously, the better. Oh yeah, this one is, it's a good roll. It just doesn't have any cinnamon in it yet. Maybe I should put the cinnamon closer to the edges. Ugh. Okay, we're getting there, Okay. Maybe I should have looked how thin I'm supposed to slice them. This seems like a solid thickness though. Okay, we're getting there. You can see a little swirl. Look how cute. Ah! All right, this one's gonna be good. Oh yeah, look at them. Oh my word, I'm so proud. I am so proud. All right, so I'm just gonna finish slicing these and then I'll put them in the oven. And by the time I'm done with these, our second log should be ready to slice and bake. Oh my goodness, we're almost done with the first round of cookies. Oh, that one was really pretty. Look at that, I love it. These are so cute. Wish you guys could taste them. Okay, I forgot to vlog making the brownies, but we have a quadruple batch right here. It's literally
bigger than it looks, guys.
It is huge. This is the biggest bowl we own, probably bigger than our stand mixer. At this point, our kitchen's like an industrial kitchen. But oh my gosh, this looks so good. So we're doing, it's brownies, and there's a buttload of chocolate chips in here, and we're gonna do caramel sauce on top. And here are Aubrey's final product cookies. They look like insomnia cookies or something. They look great.
What does that mean?
It's a brand of cookie. I don't think we have them around here, but they look amazing. So this should make 2 or 3 big pans of cookies, or sorry, brownies. And hopefully we have time to bake them all because brownies are bake for forever, but I'll show you all the final product. We have one kind of cookie left. These are Aubrey's chocolate chip. They look like poop. Those are the brownies. They're supposed to be caramel, but you can't see the caramel very well because it sunk in. Those are our monster cookies. They're scrumptious. We ate our test monster cookie. This is our next test. Our first one was like taller. This one is like more round. This is our underbaked brownie that we need to put back in. And this is our second pan of brownies. So we have one kind left. We're packing up our orders. Here's our box of brownies. Yes, our monster cookies.
It's gonna fit.
Okay.
We're trying to get the popcorn machine working so we can have that there too. Guys, this is all of our final things. Actually, let me put it in 0.5 so you can see.
Not to make 7 layers.
Yes, no 7-layer bars because we already have like 120. So our brownies, chocolate cookies, or double chocolate cookies. Those are actually, you want me to hear what they are? They are salted caramel double chocolate fudgy brownies. That's how we're gonna advertise for them. Because oh, this one needs a sticker. Actually, it might be on the back side. Yeah, it's on the back side for some reason.
Oh, that's sad.
Cookies, cinnamon roll cookies, and then our monster cookies, which we have a lot of. And we got the popcorn maker to work, which will be a really cute decoration. And then we can also charge, like make some money off of it too. So that's our whole setup, and we'll pass out flyers soon. It's really bright, so don't mind us being blinded. But that's really awkward. The mailman just watched us as soon as I whipped out my camera. But we're me off here, currently walking around, passing out flyers for a bake sale.
5 more left.
We passed out 35, and I've done all the talking.
I've said a couple
Aubrey's
words.
said a few words. We're doing pretty good. Hopefully the flyers are actually going to help and people aren't just going to throw them out.
We think at least 3 people are coming.
We know for sure 3 people are coming because they said they were and they seemed really bad. Oh, and one guy gave us $20 because he said he was on a diet. Yeah, one guy evangelized to us even though we told him we're going on a mission trip. So there's that. And we're going to finish up and then our bake sale's in 2 hours. Look at that thing go! It's so professional. Hopefully it tastes good. It was smoking. I don't know how I feel about that. But we got our balloons up there, steaming. And our trays of cookies and my 2 cute sisters. And I'll show you the little sign I made. It took me a ridiculous amount of time just to write some letters and draw a cookie. But there we go. Cookies for a cause. Woo! Alright guys, I kind of forgot to film an outro. But we finished our stand. It went from 2 to 5. So it was only 3 hours. Which is crazy because we sold all 120 of our cookies. All of them. And we made double the profit we were expecting, okay? Because if we were selling each cookie for $2, we should have made $240. I'm probably oversharing by telling you guys this information. We made $480. Honestly, such a God thing. That's why I share it. And not to say that hiccups aren't going to happen because we're doing this 3 more times. And I'm not going to vlog them just because it'll probably be a very similar process. But it was just, I'm so glad that everything worked out. Just between the recipes, because we've never tried some of these recipes before, and the stand itself, and the amount of profit we were able to make, it was such a God thing, like I said. So hopefully y'all learned a thing or 2 from this video, and if you're thinking about raising money for a missions trip or anything really, this is definitely a great solution for that. And hopefully this video can kind of be a little bit helpful of how we were able to do it between like the shopping and the math we needed to do and the setup. Or if it wasn't helpful and you're not actually planning on doing a bake sale, hopefully it was entertaining in some way, shape, or form. And if it was, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below if you have a question or something you want to share with us and the world. And subscribe to my channel. Even though I don't post regularly, I try to post fun vlogs that you all enjoy. So if you have any ideas, you can comment down below. Anyway, I can hardly think straight. It's the time change tonight, and it's already like 1 a.m. our time, so it's basically 2 because of daylight savings. So I am going to be dead tomorrow, but it's okay. All of our hard work paid off, and I am so happy for how it went. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.